What up, donkeys? JackAce here with JackAce.com, and I'm here with another roulette system. This one is called Champion's Corner. It is a very large system. It's an average $450 bet. CEG originally gave this system a C, a plum, and I gave it something different. Hopefully you can figure out what grade I gave this system by the end of this video. It is a $1,000 buy-in with a $450 average bet. I don't know why they didn't just make it a $900 buy-in. You bet $150 on the first and third dozens. And you bet 25 on each of the center streets. And you bet 25 on two splits, the 2023 split and the 21-24 split. Presumably those are the numbers of 4 sports champions, 23 being MJ, 24 being Kobe. Let's go ahead and spin.
No more bets.
So that was actually a $150 loss. We actually bet on that number and experienced a $150 loss. In fact, every number in the center is a $150 loss except for the champions, the 20, 21, 23, and 24. And let's go ahead and spin.
No more bets.
Everything on the first and third dozen are pushes. And of course, 0, 0, 0 is the full whack. So this is a push, this is the first dozen. And let's go ahead and rebet and
no more
respin.
bets.
35, that's a push. A lot of pushes in this system. There's 24 pushes. Rebet.
No more
and
bets.
respin. 11, that's a push. There are 9 losses in this system. One of them is a complete whack, the 0. 8 of them are losses of $150. And the rest are pushes. And you have $300 wins on the 4 champions. Let's go ahead and spin.
No more bets.
On a single 0 wheel, the expected loss per spin is $12.15. On a double 0 wheel, the expected loss is $23.67. We started with an account balance of $2 million. We are currently down $150. And let's go ahead and rebet and
No
respin.
more bets.
This system does not have any progression, so there's no negative progression like a Martingale. There's no positive parlaying on a win. Again, a push. Lots of pushes here.
No more bets.
So we want to hit that sweet spot of those 4 numbers. Those are our big winners. Another push. And I do have a way to improve this
No more
system
bets.
by a lot. So have you figured it out yet? 14, not so good. We're down 300.
No more bets.
36, that's a push. The original system author says to walk away when you're up $450 or $600. That's about 2 wins. Let's go ahead and rebet and respin.
No more bets.
We're down 300 right now. So that was a push.
No more bets.
27, that's a push. So go ahead and rebet
No
and
more
respin.
bets.
23, that's a bingo, so we win 300. Now we are back to even. Let's go ahead and rebet,
No more
respin.
bets.
I believe the author of this system said this system is good for comps. That's a bingo. Another $300 win. So as long as we hit our sweet spot, yeah, we're going to be sitting pretty. Rebet and respin.
more
We're up
bets.
300 now. That's a whack. That's a $150 loss. So now we're only up 150. We're going to rebet and
No more
respin.
bets.
I don't actually believe there are systems that are good for comps. I mean, you're betting a lot of money and you have a lot of pushes. I don't know that that qualifies as being a system that's good for comps. But some people seem to think so.
No more bets.
That was a loss, and now we're back to even.
No more bets.
In my mind, it really doesn't matter if you're betting a system that has a lot of pushes or if you bet just even odd. There's another $150 loss. So we're down 150 now. Let's go ahead and rebet and
No more
respin.
bets.
And in any case, you shouldn't be playing for comps anyway. You should be playing just to have fun, and comps are just a nice perk where you get some of your money back.
No more bets.
That's a push. So 1 through 12 is push. 25 through 36 is a push.
No more bets.
We want to hit that sweet spot. 20, 21, 23, 24.
No more bets.
So I'm just going to bet this a couple more times. I'm going to show you how I would improve this system. And here's a whack.
No more bets.
They aren't a complete whack. You're only losing $150 out of your $450 bet. Rebet
more
and
bets.
respin.
No more bets.
Nine push. So yeah,
No more
still
bets.
down 300. Need to hit our bingos. 18, that's a whack.
No more bets.
And we'll play this maybe 2 more times, and then I'll show you how I would improve the system. Here we go, bingo. Hit our jackpot. Now we're down only 150.
No more
Rebet,
bets.
respin. And then I'll show you how I would improve the system by many, many orders of magnitude. There's a whack. So now we're down 300 again. So here is how I would improve this system. And when you see it, hopefully you already see it, but let me just show you what the current bet is. So first of all, you don't have to bet 25 on those 2 splits. You can just bet 50 on the corner, and it's the same exact bet. And then for these bets, instead of betting 25 on 4 streets, you can bet 100 on the second dozen. But then when you look at this, you notice that you're betting on all 3 dozens, which is idiotic. You're betting 150 on the first and third dozens, and you're betting 100 on the second dozen. So you can improve this because $100 of each of those 3 bets is canceling each other out. When one wins, the other 2 bets are going to pay it off. So instead, you can just bet 50 on the first 12 and 50 on the third 12. And now the payouts are identical for the numbers 1 through 36, but you save $300 when you hit 0. And that's why I was kind of perplexed with how could CEG rate this system a C, because I immediately gave it an F when I saw that you were betting on 36 numbers at a time. And I have a video
No
on
more
why
bets.
that's a bad thing. And it goes over the fact that you're just robbing Peter to pay Paul. That's how those bets work when you're betting on all 36 numbers. So now 1 through 12 is still a push. 25 through 36 is still a push. You're still losing 150, 13 through 18, and 19 and 22. You're still winning 300, 20,
No more
21,
bets.
23, and 24. But now you no longer lose $450 when you hit 0. You only lose 150. So 1 out of every 37 spins, on average, you're going to save $300 by betting this exact system.
No more bets.
So that's a loss of 150. Rebet.
No more
respin.
bets.
So now with these changes, your expected loss gets cut by 67%. So it's about $4.05 instead of $12.15.
No more bets.
So we've hit our bingo. We're only down 150 now.
No more bets.
It didn't actually cost us because we haven't hit zero. And now we just did. So now we just saved ourselves $300 by playing this way as opposed to the other way. We would have lost $450 if we were playing the original way.
No more bets.
So this is why you must pay attention to whether you're betting on 36 or more numbers at a time. I have a video on why you shouldn't do this. I show you all the math behind it. And it doesn't matter how you're betting on the 36 numbers, right? It's easy to see that if you're betting red and black at the same time, then yeah, that's idiotic. It's easy to see if you're betting on 3 dozens, that's idiotic. It's easy to see if you're betting on 3 columns, that's idiotic, because the 2 losers are going to pay the 1 winner every time. So in this case, we're betting 150, 100, and 150. You just take 100 off of each of those 3 bets, and you're left with $50 on the first and third 12. That's what the net bet is. And now we've hit a whack. But yeah, 1 out of every 37 spins, you're going to save $300.
No more
when you hit that 0. I just lost money, but I've actually saved $300 over the original system.
No more bets.
So let's push. And we'll just do this 1 or 2 more times. 19, I thought I was going to hit 0 there. But that is a whack. Now the numbers 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 22, and 0 are now complete whacks. And that sounds like a downgrade, but you're actually improving your situation by quite a bit. You're cutting down your expected loss from $12.15 down to $4.05. So it's a big improvement. And I think some people will argue that, oh, you don't get as much in comp value, but you're spending $300 to get back something like $3 in comp value, but you're losing an additional $8 of expected loss. So it doesn't really make sense to just say you're playing for comps. 26, that looked like it was going to hit 0 again. And we'll just play one more time and
no more bets.
Cut the session short. That's another push. So now we're down 900, not a great session, but we did save $600 over the original system because we hit those 2 zeros, and we improved the system by only losing 150 instead of $450, which was asinine. So what do you think of the system? With my changes, I would probably bump this up from an F. I originally gave the system an F to maybe a C, maybe a D. I don't like all these pushes, so we're only down 900. We would have been down 1,500, even though we're only supposed to buy in with 1,000. So were you able to catch the fact that I was betting on 36 or more numbers at a time? And do you see why the improvements I made are objectively better than the original system? If you don't see why that's true, you should watch my other video about roulette bet nullification. So what do you think of this system? Is this a system you would play? How would you make improvements to this system or the changes that I made? Let me know in the comments below. If you like learning about roulette systems, you can go to my website, JackAce.com. I have a catalog of over 200 roulette systems as reviewed by the CEG Dealer School. And I have spin-by-spin results there and my analysis of each system. I also have a tool on my site called the Roulette Bet Analyzer, where you can enter all of your bets and it'll tell you how much you win, what the expected loss is, how much equity you have on every number, what the comp value is for your system. So if you enjoyed this video, remember to like and subscribe. Always gamble responsibly. Never play 000 roulette, and peace out, donkeys.